Good Monday evening, a real slow weather day, probably a slow weather week. Good evening, Donna. Good evening, Adam. Checking in from Fort Payne tonight. Yeah, it's a pretty nice night out there. The humidity's pretty low. And one of the things about this time of year is, we get cold fronts. I think we got one a little too early. We got spoiled with that early false fall. And we usually don't cool down much. But technically, it's a cold front. We've got another backdoor front coming in. It's coming in, I think, early Thursday morning, late Wednesday night. And this is where we kind of got these 10% shower chances. We had a couple of isolated showers out there today. We'll probably see that again tomorrow. We'll go over the data here in a second. But there's really not much going on with everything. You know what? I think I left my clicker in the, I left my clicker in the newsroom, actually, in the weather office. But, we'll talk, and then we'll go over the weather graphics here in a second. But this time of year, typically, we'll get a cold front, and people are like, "Oh, that's not a cold front." It's the meteorological term, cold front. It's a change of air mass. I can't really just call it a low humidity front. That's really what it's going to be coming in this weekend. So we've got really nice weather coming in this weekend, and overall, no big changes. One big thing that happened over the weekend. There was a lot of people thinking that we're going to have a landfalling tropical system in the Carolinas, but got to tell you, some of the AI, the Google DeepMind AI, nailed it right away. Well, I say nailed it because it hasn't made the turn yet, but it will make the turn. Imelda, again, tropical storm over the Bahamas, probably will become a hurricane in the next 24 hours, maybe even the latest advisory coming out. Again, I don't pay a lot of attention to some of the tropical systems that aren't going to impact us. And I know some of you probably want to know a little bit more information if you're doing a cruise, things like that. But you can always get that information on our weather app. But as far as the Gulf goes, there's a little bit of spin down there, but I saw that on some satellite imagery, but nothing forming, at least nothing imminent in the next several days. So there's some good news there. So we're going to take a look at the radar, and then I'm going to disappear and go get my clicker. But wrong button, circle box. There we go. So there's nothing out there on radar, and there really wasn't a whole lot out there earlier today either. Basically what we're going to see is ground clutter pattern coming through. Forgot my clicker. So the radar is going to be really quiet, probably even tomorrow. So, no need to really stay on that too much longer. So we'll get past that. As far as your forecast, pretty quiet night out there tonight. Temperatures are in the 70s, but it's taken a while to get there. Whenever you get a big, hot, sunny day like today, you kind of want to go out in the backyard and enjoy. But if you got a brick house and your patio's on the west side of the house, I'm in that situation. It takes a while to cool down because you can feel the heat off those bricks. So again, Madison looking good tonight. It's going to get close to 90 tomorrow. So the next 2 days, I think Muscle Shoals makes a run at 90 tomorrow because I think you were topped out around 88 today. It's just hot. The dry air is very efficient. It warms up very quickly. And it cools down fairly quickly, too. We're at 68 in Meridianville. Pulaski, the cool spot again up in Tennessee at 64. Here is Imelda. Yeah, good week for the Fiddlers Convention in Athens. Yeah, we got great weather out there. This week looks good. And there's a very fine line here. There's some dry air just on the west side, too. And you got Umberto to the right there, which I think it became a Cat 5 over the weekend. Again, I was really focused on football. The older I get, the more I enjoy my time off, and I try to check out as much as I can. So as we take a look at satellite out west, we are pretty much protected. There's not much going on here. Just a stray shower possible tomorrow. And here's that hour-by-hour look at the morning. I don't think we're going to have nearly the fog issues we've had the last few mornings. We've had some dense fog out there, had dense fog advisories, but I don't see it being as much of an issue tonight. Of course, there may be some outlying areas for that. Back in the mid to upper 80s tomorrow. And here's kind of how we start the day. Might squeak out some upper 50s in southern middle Tennessee, but notice the flow here. It's a northeasterly flow. So that means everything's coming out of the northeast to track into the southwest. And we'll see that pick up behind that backdoor front. And you notice you just saw some speckled showers there. That's it. I think tomorrow's chance of rain is a lot less than it was today. Yep, Adam, our fall severe weather season is on the horizon. Usually that starts picking up close to the last week of October. And with it potentially being a La Nina kicking in, typically that leads to more severe weather as we get into the late winter months, early spring months. So I think we're probably going to see pretty active weather with a La Nina coinciding. We've had extended severe weather seasons too. Yeah, this is a good night, May, for when I was growing up. We had an attic fan, and it was the coolest thing because you'd lift the window. Homes with big attic fans, they would have special windows. I think you'd pull from the top, and it just basically sucks all the air through the house and up out of the attic, and it creates a real nice breeze through the house. So again, I missed that. That was always cool. Big attic fan. It was a little noisy, but man, it worked on a summer evening. And as we go into the afternoon hours, maybe a brief shower, thunder shower there near Stevenson and Scottsboro, but even that, I just don't know. You know, they're really small. There's no big trigger out there for these showers, so I call them rogue showers. Here's your 3-day forecast: 86 tomorrow, 86 Wednesday, and then 83 Thursday. And then we finally get into some upper 50s for overnight lows. I think the earliest that's going to happen is probably Friday morning and definitely Saturday morning. Some great entertaining weather on the patio. Another great weekend for some patio fires out there too. Well, I'm going to take a quick break. It lasts 1 minute, and you'll see a countdown on there, and then we'll be back with your 10-day forecast. I just want to let you know, I see someone's comment on here, and it looks like, it says someone caught the whole thing. I think that's probably a spam link. Don't click on it. Just want to make sure you don't click on any links on here. All right, a good question here from Ray Ann. What does La Nina mean for winter weather? You know, the thing is La Nina could typically bring us slightly warmer weather, but we can also get real cold episodes. So if we get some of these polar vortices, the polar vortex, so to speak, if we get these Arctic intrusions that come down, and La Nina usually has a little bit more water to it, so I wouldn't be surprised. The last couple of winters, we've had a stretch of some really cold weather that's lasted about a week. If you get La Nina linking with some really cold weather, you can get some ice. Usually, it's going to be ice. Yeah, definitely spam. Yeah, do not click on anything that says, "Oh, we saw this video here." Facebook's really bad about that. That and our phones. I mean, I don't know why we don't have technology now that the Apple, my phone will know it's spam or say potential spam. Why the government can't flag those numbers and just eliminate them altogether? I don't understand that. I guess they got other things going on. All right, we're back to the weather. 10% chance of rain Wednesday. It's probably 9% tomorrow. Not much to it. Let me go ahead and show that to you. That's it. And car washes it's safe car wash weather. 86 degrees tomorrow, but I think we're probably looking at closer to 90 in the shoals. And I think I'll say that again on Wednesday. It just gets a touch hotter out west. And into the weekend, there's your early October cold front. Highs still a little bit above normal. I think by the end of October, I think our normal highs are supposed to be close to 70, so we're a long way from that. And then we trend back up to 85 a week from tomorrow. So right now there's no signs of any big, we start to keep our eyes on this. We're looking for a pattern change. We're looking a lot. I mean, some of you want summer to last forever, and I get it. But it's going to come. And once this starts, these cold fronts, they typically will come down, and each one gets a little bit colder. As we get later in October, we watch the cold fronts a lot closer for severe weather. And definitely November, because November is the really big month where you really start to get the real engagement of winter trying to come in and summer still trying to hang on. So you go from 85 to one day to 60. And, you know, our severe weather in November can end with snow flurries too. We all saw that November 15th, 1989, when the big EF4 tornado came down Airport Road. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Yeah, the garage is coming together. All the plumbing should be hooked up. The shower should be fully ready. The toilet's installed coming up this Thursday. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got to grout. I got all the tile in, but I just got to grout it. And I hate grouting. Grouting is probably my biggest dread. I do not like to grout tile. Oh, thanks, May. All right, well, I'm going to head on over to the radio booth, knock some radio out for tomorrow, and get ready for the 10 o'clock news. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for Weather Extra, 9:30 every night, Monday through Friday. Appreciate your time. Once again, you take care.